Okay. All right, we're ready to go back. Let me read this. Why are you calling yourself that? Okay. Oh, okay. Joe Biden is going to go down as Joseph Mengele of the 21st century. I don't understand that. So, all right, first of all, why you said you talked about federal government employees and how some of them were really scared about what's going to happen. Yeah, the electric cars. So, please explain to me what you're talking about. Okay. All right. So, an electric car. All right. Give me the background. Okay. All right. The cell phone thing and the, what is it? Radar guns were found to cause cancer. That's why you shouldn't carry your cell phone in your front pocket. You shouldn't carry your cell phone in your pocket. You should have it in a safety wrap or something like that. And that still doesn't really stop anything, correct? Right. So, yeah, you sent me this just now. Um, these batteries in electric cars, ELF, electromagnetic fields. Those are the same ones that you have, but what you're saying is in electric cars are much larger. A battery for a cell phone is very small, but emits a lot. But these batteries for these cars emit a ton of electromagnetic fields, right, which have been shown to cause cancer and requiring these workers to be postal workers, right? Because that's where you work with. Okay, doctor, kind of give me the layman's what you're talking about. There's been, why wasn't this? Oh, okay, layman's terms. Got it. So there has been research done on what you're talking about, these electric cars and these electromagnetic fields. Okay, so what they're saying, okay, I'm gonna put that up. What they're saying is that there's been research done on electric car batteries and batteries in general, and that you're going to put your newborn, right, babies in the back seat in a car seat right next to a battery that emits a field that is known to cause health issues, cancers, and other issues. Yeah, you're talking about a whole new group of children that might have brain damage because of having to ride next to these batteries, as opposed to a car battery, which is up in the front, blocked by an engine, and correct, then it does emit toxins that go into the air, but they're dispersed up into the air. Correct. So these are not dispersed. So you're talking specifically about postal workers having to ride around in these postal vans or long trips and police cars and all that, and they're in these cars all day with this battery just it's like sitting on a giant got it, like sitting on a giant cell phone all day long, or one of those radar detectors that emits these fields that cause cancer, and it's not might. Right. You said something about the World Health Organization has already determined that. Let me see what you sent here. Okay, the International Commission on Non-Ionizing Radiation Protection. Uh, wow, 230 international EMF scientists appeal which calls on the World Health Organization to establish stronger guidelines for ELF, radio frequency EMF. So even if they comply, they're still dangerous. And that EMF fields are carcinogenic in humans by the International Agency for Research on Cancer of the World Health Organization since 2001. Wow. Okay, they can reduce it, but that's still not, reducing is still, gotcha. They need to do research before they force people to ride around in these cars that could kill them. Force everybody to ride around in cars that could possibly, because then you're going to talk about mass production, right? And these batteries, not only are they, not only are they dangerous for these fields, but if they leak, right, car wreck or something, or even just as they age, because are you going to mandate that batteries be changed out? Where are you going to put them? They're going to start leaking. A defect in a battery could put the carcinogens right into the car where people are riding. So there's no safety guidelines set up for these cars that they're going to force people to ride in. And if, like you said, okay, that's where you get this. So if he's the person that's demanding and he's the person that ordered this, right? It's like Mengele ordering experiments on these children. Wow. 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 I voted for this guy. I got grandkids. Yeah. Man, what in the fuck are they doing? We don't pay attention. Why wasn't this brought up by the medical community? Yeah, I know why wasn't it brought up? You're a doctor, you're in a community, you're on some of these boards. Why didn't you bring this up? Because our media, you say our media, you're talking about the Jewish media, would not allow you to talk about this, and they won't allow you to talk about this. Facebook, Jeffrey Zuckerberg, right? He is just as guilty by not allowing any of this information out. The guy at Twitter, right? The guy at Instagram, YouTube, they're all just as guilty as Dr. Mengele, because they're experimenting with people's lives by promoting this. Yeah, somebody needs to stand up and say something. Well, they won't. Why? I mean, I can't tell you right now. What about the freaking right wingers, man? They're the ones that don't want the electric cars. Why don't they say these things are dangerous? Well, come on, people. Jesus Christ, we voted for this guy. Well, you knew this beforehand. These two are, jeez, he's murdering his own freaking grandchildren. He's murdering his own babies. He's experimenting on his own children. So is she. She's experimenting on her own children, the children of millions and millions of Americans. Right. Yeah, it might not be in fruition for 30 years when you start seeing this rash of defects from kids riding around in cars with these EMF fields for 4 or 5 hours a day, going on a bus that's got this has to have a gigantic battery. What are your restrictions? How are you going to fix it? How can you block it? Can you add the weight? I don't know. There's no way. There's no way to stop an EMF field, to completely stop it, unless you encase the entire thing in a lead box. And still, that would not stop, because the electricity has to get out and go through the wiring and all that. Got it. Right. Well, folks, I'm just kind of shocked at this, so I'm not going to talk about this too long. I understand what they're saying, and we as Democrats need to stand up to Mr. Mengele, our President Mengele, and his compadre. I guess, I don't know what a Mengele's compadres was there, but they're experimenting on our children and on us. And federal unions, right? You need to go. You guys need, right? You need to go and say, look, dude, don't be trying to, yeah. And what they're saying is that he's going to make all federal vehicles fleet electric. And if he does that, he did, I guess he already signed it. The experiment's going to be on federal employees, the ones who put him in office. He's running this crazy experiment like Mengele did on those children, saying, we'll see if this works. Well, if it doesn't work, then all of a sudden you've got millions, and we're talking millions of federal employees that are going to be, and their children. Your children. Who knows what kind of defects these could cause to you? Yeah, cause to your children, and he's going to force you to do it, force you to go to work in something that he knows isn't safe. These are not safe. Wow. All right, leave some comments and tell me what you think, because this is, when you guys put this out, make sure you ask for comments, because this is crazy. All right. Wow. Thank you.